Happy Hump Day. Phil Lindemann with your midday news on Krystal 93. This morning was bone-chilling cold in the high country. -13 across most of the county, -18 at Summit Cove. Grand County was even colder, -24 in Fraser. The sun is high and bright right now, but wind chill's brutal, back in the negatives even with that sunshine. The towns of Breck and Frisco set tax revenue records last year, and both expect another record year in 2022. Revenue in Breck hit $39 million through November, over expectations by $15 million. Sales taxes alone were 25% higher than pre-pandemic. Revenue in Frisco hit $10.6 million through November, up 15% over each of the past 2 years. Frisco is asking voters to approve a 5% tax on short-term rentals. If passed at the April election, it could raise $1.5 million for workforce housing every year. But local rental agent Mary Waldman says the town has no vision for the cash it's already got.
I'm not opposed to the idea of STR-funded tax. What I am opposed is a blanket 5% without a clear plan in how it will increase workforce housing.
Siding with Waldman is Dan Fallon, the only councilman who voted against that ballot question.
We're getting after this. We're getting after it in a hurry. And I think there needs to be some more guarantees that we're going to create a way to bring this short-term rental component, the property owners and property managers on board with us.
Mayor Hunter Mortensen disagrees, pointing to a partnership between Frisco and CDOT for 25 units downtown.
We have always talked as a council of holding as many and as much of our 5A funds for the CDOT project, knowing that it would be expensive. And that money has had an earmark on it and is not sitting wasted in an account.
CDOT and Frisco agreed to finish planning and design work this spring, but nothing is guaranteed. If neither one likes the plans, they can back out of that deal. Violent crime is surging in Colorado, and especially on the Front Range. But that is not the case in Summit, where assault arrests are flat or falling and homicide remains rare. So what is the biggest problem facing local police? Chief John Miner with Silverthorne PD.
Mental health calls and unfortunately suicide threats and attempts went up significantly.
Chief Jim Baird in Breckenridge agrees, saying mental health response is complicated by a countywide staffing shortage. His department alone is just over half strength.
What we find is that the police tend to be the first call for everything and the ultimate solution to nothing. So when we have a situation that's more of a mental health concern, we're obviously going to be one of the first calls and we'll be the first responder. But we also recognize that it's not a problem you can, arrest your way out of.
Tune in today at 4 and 5 for the State of Summit, looking at the biggest issues now facing local police. One last time for the folks in the back, Summit County has lifted the local face mask order. Masks are still required on public transit, at child care and day camps, and district-wide at Summit schools. Summit's COVID caseload has been falling steadily since the holidays. It's now 1/4 of what it was a month ago. Avalanche danger remains moderate above treeline today in the Vail Summit County zone. Danger is low at and below treeline. In sports, the Nuggets beat the Pistons last night, 110-105. Today, the Nuggets are back at it for the Nets at 6. The Avalanche face the Bruins at 8 on TNT. And in local sports, brought to you by Cassandra Schultz & Associates with American Family in Dillon, Summit High boys and girls basketball are playing Buena Vista at home today. Hockey plays Crested Butte away. Phil Lindemann, Krystal, 93 News.